On divorce court today. A prison wedding was convenient, but when Harold got out, Lisa found out that his drinking and jealousy should have stayed behind bars. Lisa Reeves and Harold Reeves have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Mrs. Reeves, I have the question of life for you. I ask this of every woman who gets involved in this. You married Mr. Reeves while he was in prison. Explain that to me. I don't get that.
Well, I had dated Mr. Reeves, Harold, prior to him going to prison, and I just fell in love with him and I married him.
Can I ask you this, though? In the 7 years before he went to prison, did he ever discuss marriage with you?
Yes, we discussed it.
And was he pro-marriage or he wanted to wait?
He wanted to get married, but certain things happened that we weren't allowed time to get married.
And so he went inside and you married him inside?
Yes, ma'am.
How long was he gonna be inside?
He was sentenced to 5 years.
5 years. Mr. Reeves?
No.
Just on the general, do you think it's fair to lock down a woman when you're locked down yourself? Just a question.
No, ma'am. Well, we was gonna get married before I had to turn myself in to go to prison. But it was just some things that I wanted to just patch up as a man before I make that decision.
Tell me what it was like when he was in prison. How did your relationship progress?
Well, when he was in prison, he was nice. He was kind of demanding. It was okay. He was himself, but before we were married, he was just Harold. Like, he was nice. He was the same nice gentleman, very sweet.
How often did you get to see him? What kind of interaction did they allow? Were there any? Did they have any physical visits? I mean.
Well, we got not contact,
Conjugal?
not sexual, but I got to see him twice a week on the weekends.
Twice a week on the weekends? Now, when you get married in prison, how do you do it? Are you in the same room, or is it through glass, or what?
Right there, like you in the free world.
It was
like a chapel, a small chapel?
Chapel, everything.
It was not in a chapel. It was kind of like in a room. I have pictures here.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fantastic dress. And you look handsome, too.
Thank you.
Well, that one was before we were married.
You look handsome. I like you with the no hair thing. I'm just saying. It's a comment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Were you ever worried about her when you were in prison? Worried about her cheating or being faithful? She never gave you any reason to be concerned?
Never worried about that.
Did you guys ever argue, or was it just completely, since you only had a few hours to see each other each week, was it generally always positive?
Not always. You know, we have majority of our conversations over the phone, and when we see each other, face to face, mostly positive than negative. But sometimes though it'll be negative sometimes.
So what would you argue about if in fact there was a problem? What kind of things would come up?
We'll argue about like her well-being. I'm incarcerated and she's out there, she free.
Right.
And then at the time, she was working as a bartender, so once you get off work 3 in the morning, I'm incarcerated, so around that time, the whole time I was doing my sentence.
Right.
Around that time of the morning, I always wake up, because I know that's the time she get off work.
Because you were worried about her.
Worried about her.
Right. So basically everything was cool when you were inside. Everything was great. Not great, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but everything was good between the two of you. What happened when he got out that made that change?
Well, after we got married, he started to change a little. He got a little fussy. He would fuss all the time. But I thought that it was just that he was incarcerated. He had been in there for a while. He was frustrated about getting ready to come home. So I was overlooking it. I overlooked it.
As he was about to get out, he was getting fussy. Is that what you're saying? Or when he just got out, he got fussy?
Well, I guess like towards the end, he was getting fussy. Like he would call sometimes, and I wouldn't hear the phone. I would have my phone in my purse, or if I wanted to go to out to eat to like a pub like Applebee's, he would fuss. He didn't want me to go out to have dinner with, you know, friends or anything like that, and he would just start to get really aggressive and fussy.
Okay, Mr. Reeves, you can respond to that. Do you think that's accurate, or do you think she misread you?
No, that's not the truth.
Okay, well, tell me what, as you got out or when you got out, how did things change? Because you're here now. It's not working out, and I needed to know when things shifted.
Well, I was incarcerated, and then, like, my last 9 months, I went to a work release center.
Okay.
That's when I started being able to come home for 9 hours home and come in the house, you know, like that. But prior to me being locked up, and she would call, well, I would call her, and she'd be wanting to go to the pub, and I'm a firm believer is married, hang with married, not married.
Not with the single people.
No single people, none of that, you know.
And she was doing that?
Trying to go be with her friends that she used to be with.
No, I wasn't.
That's not married. She's married. Your life changing now. So all this in the pub with her, and they ain't married. What's going on?
Did you think she ever did anything wrong while she was out there? Do you have any inclination or any evidence that, in fact, she was doing the wrong thing?
As far as unfaithfulness?
Yes.
No.
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 You just didn't, because it's tempting if you're out with the single people, is what your concern was.
It's just not right.
It's just not right.
And I kind of know a few of her friends, not know them like that, but I just know off what
and they're a little bit,
tell me.
you know, not right?
Yes, ma'am.
Her friends a little bit, you know.
Yes, and I go off what she tell me.
Really?
Okay. Is that accurate? You go out like you're single?
No, ma'am. Some of my friends are married.
Who?
But are your friends married? No, none of them.
3 of my friends
Okay,
married.
but they all cheat.
Well, let me hang on, Mr. Reeves. That's a good point, though. Mr. Reeves, do you only hang out with married people?
I don't go nowhere because she don't let me.
She won't let you out the house?
Not if I go out the house, it's gonna be real tight, and I ain't gonna be able to just do me.
You just can't hang because she's got you on a short leash.
It's gonna be real tight.
Do you have him on a short leash?
It's not that I have him on a short leash. It's that if I allow him to go, he gonna go crazy. You know how you have your little dog, your little Yorkie, and you keep him in the house, and when you let him outside, out the leash, he just run around? That's Harold.
So if you allow him to go out,
I can't allow.
You got that you got it like that at your house, that you can contain him like that?
No, ma'am, I don't have it like that, because when he wants to go, he can go. And the only reason why I said that you can't go is because I can't go anywhere because you won't allow me to.
Next, Harold says $40,000 is missing. Where did it go? Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Mr. Reeves, I guess what's confusing me is it seems like the two of you have made it through the worst part, and that this part is not so bad. I wonder why you think the marriage is ending. Why you want a divorce?
The money issues.
Okay, talk to me about the money.
Well, when I was in prison, my wife, me and her, had $50,000 cash, and I don't know where it went.
Did you burn through $40,000 or $50,000 in cash with nothing to show for it at the end?
Oh, she got stuff to show for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay,
all right.
She got stuff
who
to show
has
for
the
it.
things to show for it?
What kind of stuff did she get?
A lot of stuff. Cars,
Clothes?
Gucci purses,
I've been had Gucci.
jewelry.
Baby. I've been had Gucci.
Jewelry, all kinds of stuff.
Who got the...
And, Your Honor, I've been gone 5 years. You stay by yourself. All our kids, they big, they don't stay with us.
Right.
She stay by herself.
Right.
There's no way you pay $3,000 a month on bills staying by yourself.
Were you irresponsible with the money while he was inside? Did you spend it frivolously on things like Gucci bags or designer clothes when really you couldn't afford it?
I don't feel it was the cost of living. I worked as a bartender starting at a young age, and then I moved up while he was incarcerated. I became the manager, so I got paid a salary every week. So some situations happened and my job had closed down, so I had no income coming in. Going through thousands of dollars of my own money, plus the money we had, as for traveling to go visit him, as for making sure he had canteen in his account, making sure he could call. We would go through $100 a week just on the telephone, and he needed everything when he got to the work release center. As for clothes, every day he would call me and say, could you go to the mall to buy me this, or I need a G-Shock, or I need, like, he lived...
A G-Shock, what is that?
Like a watch. He lived very fabulous in...
G-Shock is a watch?
It's like a little watch, you know, a
I
G-Shock.
learned so much when I come here.
Your Honor.
Mr. Reeves, your response to that is what?
Your Honor, a G-Shock, it might cost $100 or $200, but she go spend $7 grand, $8 grand. They ain't compared to no watch and
On
all
clothes or what?
Cars, all
I
kind
got
of
a car, and you
Behind
said...
my bike, just went and bought
No,
a car.
you said that I could get that car for my
And
birthday.
when I called, I'm real good with money. So when I called, I hear money being counted. So I said, that sound like I hear money being counted. Like that.
He said that I could
Then she said, oh,
purchase
get
a
the car you sure I can get.
So she only had one car. Do you think it's...
she ain't
how
had
many
no one
cars did she
car.
have?
Two, three, 4 cars.
How many cars did you buy?
I bought one car, but I had a car prior that my father had bought me one year for Christmas.
When Divorce Court continues, were Lisa and Harold intoxicated by love or just alcohol?
Lisa and Harold got married in jail. Do you think that is the right place for a wedding? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
You know, Mrs. Reeves, I asked Mr. Reeves if he really wanted a divorce. And I couldn't see it then, you know, when you were talking, but I can see it now that you're fussing and angry. And you're fussing and angry here, so I know that's happening at home. But I want to ask you straight out, do you want to end this marriage?
Yes.
Okay. You say that he has an excessive drinking problem, and you think that that's a great deal of the problem in the marriage. Why don't you talk to me about that?
He go out with his friends or whoever. Even if he goes out by himself, he drinks to the point to where he's vomiting. I mean, he drank too much.
What would you like to say, Mr. Reeves?
You know why I drank?
Why?
It's so many rules.
Give me some of the outrageous rules she has for you.
Oh, keep the lid down on the toilet. Keep the lid down. Keep that down, and oh, you don't be at such and such times, you don't change the locks. Locks get changed on me all the time.
Do you change the locks on the man?
I get blocked out. She Metro blocked me too.
Metro blocked, I don't know what that means.
Block you out where I can't call her cell phone.
Because he's sometimes it makes me think like mentally, like he'll call my phone like 60 times, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, until I say, I'm mad at you, I don't want to talk to you right now, because it's to the point to where we fuss so much so I can't even concentrate or focus. He is a bully.
There's always something going on. There's always an argument.
We can fight over anything. We fight over who has the biggest portion of the bed, or that's my pillow, give me my pillow. It's just, we fight over anything. It's just constantly, it's no peace in our house. Okay. Now, he wants to say it's because of the money. I don't feel like it's because of the money. He has some type of issue that's inside of him that I don't know what it is with him.
You think he has an anger issue? Are you saying that? Or that he's always dissatisfied? Or what?
Well, he's not dissatisfied. When he drinks, he goes out, he drinks. You know, he comes home, he drinks to the point where he's vomiting all day. He likes to get high.
Okay. That's not that. Give a man a little bit of room here, Mr. Reeves.
You heard her.
She's painting a picture of you as you're just kind of partying too much, and it's wreaking havoc in your household. Is that accurate?
She drank.
She drinks too.
Yeah, she.
So
drank.
you both drinking and arguing.
Every time we go to a restaurant, she drank martinis.
My what?
Martinis and all them big old things. Yeah.
Okay. You like the martinis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Vodka or gin?
Vodka.
Okay.
And then she start talking and saying stuff to where I feel like, well, I feel like you owe me an apology. But if I do something wrong, I apologize. But if she do something wrong and I ask her for an apology, it might take a week before she says sorry.
Okay. Now, someone says that your weight is an issue.
Oh, yes.
Does he talk about your weight?
Yes, I gained like 50 pounds while he was incarcerated.
Uh-huh.
And when he gets mad, he calls me every name in the book under the sun. You name it, I've been called it. I mean, just his
now,
mouth
Mr.
is
Reeves,
horrible.
do you go down that road? Be honest. Will you get angry?
I'll be honest with you, like when she make me mad or she did something to me or something like that, I know that, honestly, she picked up a little weight just, you know, being a wife, you know, staying in the house, she running around, you know, she working, she happy, she living good, ain't want for nothing. So I feel like any woman or a man might pick up a few pounds when
But
they
does
eat
it
good.
distress you? Does it make you upset? Are you distressed about it?
No, I wasn't really distressed
Are you
about
cool with it?
Because I told her. I said, well, I know why she picked the weight up, but after I got out, I was just like, what's up, boo? You wanna
It's not to take it.
You wanna walk a little bit? I got big too.
Yeah, I got. You
I
wanna
said,
walk a
I
little
got
bit.
big too, but I came like a real husband, and I say, well, you wanna walk a little bit? I'll walk with you. I got a gut, but guess what?
Not doing it.
She don't wanna walk.
I got you.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
I see what's going on here. I see the constant bickering. I know what the issues are. And, you know, usually I like to advise you. I'm going to wait on that a little minute because you have a significant claim against him that you want to press here. You want $15,000 from him. You say that he ought to reimburse you for the amount of money you spent on him, visiting him, gas, phone calls, commissary, books, all of that. Tell me what it is you want and why you think it's worth $15,000.
Well, I mean, it was my money that I worked for. Harold is very demanding. Constantly, I would send him $100 a week for 4.5 years. I had to get him clothes, shoes. I took his family back and forth. I would pay for everything out of my own money. And it's just like, when he got out, I feel like none of it was worth it.
Yeah. You didn't feel it was worth it. Were you ever happy once he got out?
I would say not really.
Not really. Mr. Reeves, your response to both the money and the smoothness.
I don't know what she talking about no $15,000 she supposed to be getting back. You don't got all that back and some. I done bought you a $5,000 ring in prison, so you at 10 already, because 5 of it, I bought you a ring.
Gotcha.
And I bought you a ring too, didn't I?
Yeah, your ring gonna cost, my ring cost ain't no about $1,500.
Here we go. Mrs. Reeves, I'm going to say this to you.
Yes.
When you marry a guy in prison, that's exactly what you sign up for. You sign up to support him, you sign up to give him money, you sign up to buy him clothes, because he doesn't have the capacity to do that. And now, because he's gotten out and you guys aren't getting along anymore, you cannot say, well, I don't want to give, or I want my money back for what I signed up for. That's what you signed up for, and that's what you do and give to a spouse that's incarcerated. He would be expected to do the same for you had the situation been reversed. So that's what that is. I'm glad you two are separating. I'm glad you two are out. You don't have a lot of kids together, do you?
No, our kids big.
Rock and roll, y'all. It's good that it's over. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Lisa and Harold agree with the judge's ruling and have moved on. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.